he's taking on his opponents very frontally. This is a big BUT. The hard fact is that he has not managed to come across as the alternative to Narendra Modi. Congress has lost the will to win elections.
There is no match for Narendra Modi. There's no leadership in Congress right now.
And if a political party does not win elections or shows, a fire in its belly to win elections, who is going to come with you? Then you are like an NGO.
Hello and welcome to the Indian Express. You're watching Explain Politics with me, Charulata Biswas, and I'm being joined by Neeja Chaudhary, who is a consulting editor at the Indian Express. Neeja ma'am, hi, good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm fine. What about you? You've been traveling a lot.
Yes, we are good. I'm good. But another person who's traveling a lot is Rahul Gandhi recently. And your current article also talks about Congress and how it's going to pose a challenge to the BJP. And you talk about the lack of leadership in the Congress party and the lack of clarity of who is leading Congress. Uh, what exactly did you want to say? Because obviously, officially, Congress has not recognized Rahul Gandhi as someone who is leading the party, but he is conveniently the face.
No, that is absolutely true. I don't think there's any ambivalence on who the leader of the Congress party is. There's no ambivalence amongst the Congress people, nor amongst the Gandhi family who leads the party, nor amongst the Janta. While Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge is the president of the Congress party, Rahul Gandhi is the undeclared leader of the party. And I think now there was a time when you had people dissenting. I don't think there's a dissenting voice today. Because after his Bharat Jodo Yatras, the two yatras that he undertook, north, south and east, west, west, east, it is clear that, that he's the leader. And also the Pappu image is gone. And he comes across as consistent in his stand, the issues that he raises it repeatedly. He's also courageous in the sense that he's taking on his opponents very frontally. I think more than other opposition leaders. But the hard fact is, and this is a big BUT, the hard fact is that he has not managed to come across as the alternative to Narendra Modi. And that's at the national level. As a result, of course, there is a whole question of what ails the Congress party and why is it that the organization of the Congress is dying out. Now it is in power in Karnataka, is power in Himachal Pradesh. Telangana is the first one I said, yes. So, will it be in power in Karnataka after the next election? Will it be in power in Telangana after the next election? There has been unhappiness around Revant Reddy's leadership and what he's doing. Is bulldozer politics, other politics that the leadership here in Delhi is frowned upon. He's supposed to be, people say he's close to Narendra Modi, whatever be the truth, every chief minister has to keep a contact with the center. So there's nothing wrong with that. But there is a question. Things are not what they were even in Telangana. So that being the case, Kerala, where elections are due next year, they may win. But what I'm saying is, the party organization and it's a strong word to say, withering away. And there isn't a parallel push to strengthen it. And they're also losing elections. And what worries many people is when they lose elections, they're philosophical about it. It's not like other parties who say, why have I lost this election? Let me get my act together. The moment, the results come, they're on to, the next battle that's going to be fought. And therefore, correct the mistakes that we have made. That kind of a will to power the Congress has lost. That is the essential point of what I wrote. The Congress has lost the will to win elections. And that is worrying for all those people who voted for the Congress party even last time.
Hmm.
120 million people, or first time in 2014, and then again, I think it was 240 million people. That's not a small number. That's like a mid-sized country.
Right.
So the Congress owes it to them and owes it to the country to be a strong opposition. But it's not showing that will at all.
Hmm.
And that is the worrying thing.
But what is leading you to think that they have lost the will to contest elections? Is it because there hasn't been any India Alliance meeting? Um, is it because Rahul Gandhi, even though he's sticking to a lot of topics for election campaigns like save the constitution, unemployment, he is raising his voice, but yet he is unheard. What is it that is leading you to think this way? Because one of the things that you say in your column also is that there is no match for Narendra Modi. There's no leadership in Congress right now. So, what is it exactly? Is it
I
because they
think,
are not
you
in power?
see, I think you're right. As far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, as I said, he's consistent. He's held out. What is, when he talks about Adani, Ambani, and opposing crony capitalism, he's very clear again and again and again and again. He's raising it. He's again and again raising the whole issue of caste census. Caste census is a short form for his ideological framework. And that is, we've got to get the Dalits back, we've got to get the OBCs back, we've got to get the minorities back, which means 90% of the population we have to target. And caste census will help us reach out to these people. So his ideological framework is very, very clear in that sense, who are the communities, the groups that he's targeting. But is he able to reach out to them? Does he have or does the party have the slogans to do so? That is one part of the story. Even if you have the narrative, number one, do you have the organization that converts sentiment, even if you have the sentiment, which they don't? Do you have the organization to convert it into votes? You don't. That organization is dying, and you are not showing that will to build it in state after state. And who identify the people who are going to build it. Now, Rahul Gandhi says, like in Gujarat, that it's going to be a 50-year project to revive the party in the state. Today and tomorrow, there are 8th and 9th of April. The Congress is holding its AICC, very important meeting being held there. They're not holding it in Bihar, where elections are due year end. They've chosen to hold it in Ahmedabad for a variety of reasons.
Right.
Uh, because they will want to target, they'll want to win elections in Gujarat in
20.
2027.
Yeah.
But if you say it's going to be a 50-year project to revive the Congress in that state, who are the people who are going to stick with you? Who are the people who are going to gravitate to you?
Mhm.
Politics is about power. Power is about winning elections. And if a political party does not win elections, or, shows, a fire in its belly to win elections, who is going to come with you? Then you are like an NGO. And somewhere I think they're behaving like an NGO. And I think the reason why the Congress is not coming across as a political, I will say political alternative
Hmm.
to Narendra Modi's BJP is because the Congress is not being seen in that light.
Hmm.
So, how do you do this? I don't know. But essentially, as I've said, the Congress lacks a fire in its belly to
Mhm.
get to power. And it's not that they have very talented leaders, they have very experienced leaders, but there also, Rahul has said, we have many moles in the party, and that probably is true. People who are in touch with the BJP. There may be those who are under pressure of the ED, CBI. There are those who want to move to the other side. So there may well be moles. But if you don't show the will to power that in the next 5 years, 10 years, you're going to be back in power, then politicians, for a variety of reasons, will want to look at greener pastures. And some may want be those who feel they're not going to join the other side, then they turn up being moles to
Right.
survive. So
Right.
I think it all hinges on that.
Right. Right. Like you said about the AICC meeting, which will begin today in Ahmedabad. what we are getting to know from our reporters on the ground is the party will most likely make slew of announcements regarding organizational rejuvenation, and it will give more powers to district congress presidents so that there's enough accountability. And the party will also finalize its strategy for the upcoming assembly polls, which is, of course, in Bihar. Ma'am, what is it going to take for Congress to take on the BJP? Because all things taken, all things accepted, the party might have lost the will to contest elections. But what is it that's going to revive the party? Is it
You
going?
know,
It's definitely going to be more than just the Padyatra that Rahul Gandhi has. He began, and he also did a Padyatra yesterday in Begusarai in Bihar. But it doesn't seem like it is enough.
like for instance, the Padyatras that he did, and I did not meet a single person who had a negative word to say when I went to Maharashtra to see it for myself. And people were enthusiastic. People who, not even on the Yatra route, but others in the state were saying for the first time somebody has come to us to listen to us and
Mm,
come walking
mm,
to listen to us. So that was a huge positive start. But somewhere, as I said, he shed his Pappu image. He was seen much more people as a result of these yatras. But for instance, if there was response, there were younger people coming to those meetings, small group meetings, big rallies. They could have held every week or every 10 days or every 2 weeks a shiver in the places that he visited to consolidate those people who had shown
right,
enthusiasm, to bring in new energy into the party.
right.
Trained them and inducted them into the party. But while an effort was made through the Yatra to build up Rahul Gandhi's image, which is good and was called for, hardly any effort was made to build up the organizational base of the party as the result of the Yatra. I don't think any thinking was even done on that score.
Yeah.
So,
It was
okay, so
more
to
like
think
a personal branding exercise. Would you say that?
well, it's all right. If you have a leader whose image is built, it also helps the party. There's no doubt, but
Mm,
it isn't. It doesn't go far enough.
right.
And somewhere, I think the party seems to have internalized. I may be being harsh, but that's the sense one gets that given the invincibility of the other side of Narendra Modi, who even in his third term, having started off with 240 seats, which is below the majority figure, and one thought that he will be so much dependent on the allies. He'll have to move very carefully, but instead he's strengthened his grip over the organization, over the government, won three state elections handsomely. Um, the Congress seems to have decided that wait for the time, bide your time, wait for the time when the public opinion turns against Modi at the ground level. In that case, the party people will turn to the Congress by default. I call it the Congress waiting for a default, its default moment. When people naturally turn against Modi and the BJP, and therefore, because it's the national party, they will turn towards the Congress, and then an organization or its existence or whatever may not matter so much. It seems to me that is the conclusion that the Congress has come for. So wait, bide your time, and whatever time it takes. But that's not, by the time you bide your time, will there be an organization left? Will more people leave you? And therefore, I think I sometimes feel, again, I've written this in my column in the Indian Express. I sometimes feel that it seems that the leadership of the Congress has decided, okay, let the party die. Jisko jana jane do. Let's let it first die, and then once we get to that stage, we will rebuild it afresh.
Yeah, on the tomb of those who have left the party. But, ma'am, tell me something. The kind of issues that Rahul Gandhi is raising, unemployment, caste census, even China for that matter, in the parliament. Do you think it's enough, or there's something more that needs to be said so that it will add to the popularity that he has gained among the masses.
Look, he's very clear on the issues he's raising. As I
Right,
said, caste census, crony capitalism, China, a lot of questions which any opposition party worth its salt must raise. And he and other congressmen have been raising. Gaurav Gogoi spoke this time on the Waqf bill. And he spoke very well. His Hindi is very impeccable, amazing. He comes from Assam. But obviously, he's worked on
yeah,
his Hindi.
yeah,
But others also in the party spoke well.
right.
Uh, that is not and of course, the Congress as the main opposition party must lay out the vision for the country because there are many, many challenges that are now facing us. The whole issue of the trade wars brought on by Donald Trump, the whole issue of artificial intelligence, the whole issue of it's going to be a new world order with new alignments between world powers. Where will Europe go vis-a-vis the US? Where, will they look at China? What about Russia? There are a lot of things. Where is India going to stand in all this new alignments that are taking place? What is beneficial for India? So all that as a opposition party, of course, the Congress must spell out. I'm sure they are going to spell out many things in Ahmedabad. And the country is really looking at the party in Ahmedabad, what is the strategy and plan they come out with. But basically, as I say, the will to win, uh, it- that and that, not shrug your shoulders philosophically and say, Acha, doesn't matter, we lost Delhi, doesn't matter, we lost Maharashtra. Okay, we'll take another 10 years or 50 years to revive. No political party worth its salt can afford to take a stand like that. And least of all, the grand old party of India.
Yes, and you have given all the facts and figures in the column about being out of power in Gujarat for more than for 6 decades, in West Bengal 48 years, and so on and so forth. So
UP more than 3 decades. That's absolutely right. In many of these states for a very, decades. And
decade,
once you start to peter out, then it's very difficult to rebuild. So now in Maharashtra, is the organization dying out? Will
absolutely,
people look
absolutely.
for
So
other
this
parties to go to?
Absolutely. And this, the AICC meeting in Ahmedabad is going to be an opportunity for the party to course correct and really look into the kind of revamp that the Congress party needs at this hour, crucial hour when Bihar elections are going to be held in the latter part of the year. Thank you so much, Nija ma'am, for joining me in this
Thank you. Thank
session.
you very
And
much for having me.
I hope the Congress party, they hear you out and they strengthen their will to really give it to the BJP and
No,
show
absolutely.
that
It is
there
a
is
national
hope.
interest for the Congress to revive.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Neera ma'am, and thank you, viewers. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, The Indian Express, and stay tuned to the channel because Neera ma'am and we are going to be back on the channel next week for another round of discussion on something that's making headlines, and most probably it shouldn't be Rahul Gandhi, but let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.